Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. So today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're still going to be fighting a very particular brand of dangerous stupidity. But while I was browsing around, instead of a video, I found an article. Now, it's not feminism, but feminism has been seen holding its hand. Giving it little kisses, crawling out of bed with it in the morning. Protecting it from all those mean, hurtful words. That's right, I'm talking about Islam! Let's get started. Why tolerance for Islam is really contempt. Oh yeah, this is going to be good. We owe it to Muslims to find out the realities of their religion by engaging with Islam on its own terms, not ours. Wait a second, how do we owe Muslims anything? Ugh, dude, we have totally given you the religion of peace. Do not worry, infidel. Allah is merciful. Oh, well thank you very much, little Muhammad. Peace be upon you. I'm starting to wonder how any Muslim can stand the way Islam is treated in America. I know I can't put myself in anyone else's shoes, but it seems to me the constant, patronizing dismissal of their religion must be maddening. I'm talking about the almost universal unwillingness among liberals in the media to let Islam be Islam. Allahu Akbar! But to make it as much as possible a Western liberal way of life instead. I know, filthy Americans always wanting immigrants to integrate with society. Oh my god, why does America have to just be filled with bigots just everywhere as far as the eye can see? After 9/11, George W. Bush called Islam a religion of peace. President Obama refuses to use the word Islamic and terrorism in the same sentence. The New York Times and Huffington Post said Christianity should take the blame for the Orlando shooting. Personally, I see George W. Bush as a beacon of wisdom. And everybody knows Obama doesn't put those words together because if he did, he would blush like a little schoolgirl. And blaming Christianity, well, it only makes sense, right? I mean, when a Muslim guy goes into a gay club and shoots everybody up and then calls 911 to declare his allegiance to ISIS, my first reaction is to blame Christianity too. I mean, come on guys, right? They've meant well. They've tried to give honor to Islam as a major world religion. To honor a religion, however, requires taking it seriously, and taking it seriously means understanding it for what it is. Its beliefs, its characteristic attitudes and culture, its own expectations of its people. Not what outsiders might hope, or wish, or even believe it to be. It means dealing with Islam on its own terms, rather than Western liberalism's terms. Oh, I don't doubt that they've meant well. You know, as a matter of fact, here.
Death is the sentence. I mean, look. There's nothing to be embarrassed about this. But we have to have that compassion for people. With homosexuals, it's the same. Out of compassion, let's get rid of him now.
Well, there you go. Meeting Islam on its own terms. Your move, jackass. There is precious little sign that our leaders have ever taken Islam that seriously. I do not know of any elected officials who have said, Islam is a religion of peace, and this is how we know it is, following a thoughtful examination of its teachings. I cannot recall any Western leaders telling us, Islam is a religion of peace today, in spite of its founders' warlike ways, and its violent expansion through its early centuries. What do you mean in spite of its founders' warlike ways? Are you insinuating that I, Muhammad, peace be upon me, do not exemplify my own religion? Dude, that is Islamophobic, because it clearly and deeply instructs its people such and so. That is, I do not know of any leader who has actually explained in Islam's own terms why we can be confident that terrorist acts performed by Muslims can never rightly be considered Islamic terrorism. Or why, more recently, some commentators' Christian beliefs should be considered more responsible than Islam's for the Orlando shootings. I know you're having trouble. I would have trouble with it too, if I were incapable of considering that Islam may not be a religion of peace. It's kind of like that last part of your sentence there. You may not have realized, but Muslims, believe it or not, kind of have a bias about the whole subject. So talking to them is not going to give you an objective opinion, and all they're going to come back with is, Mahalabak. You know, I think we're just going to finish up with this part right here. I've looked into Islam and its beliefs, and I've drawn certain conclusions, but those conclusions are not part of my argument here. I am merely addressing the Western liberal practice of speaking tolerantly about Islam without speaking knowledgeably about Islam. or at least without explaining how everyone else given sufficient knowledge would be justified in agreeing with their conclusions. Look, buddy, no matter how you try to spin it, the Islamic religion has ingrained within it horrible practices. We tolerate those not practicing in these horrible parts of that religion. But the fact that they are restricting themselves from these actions does not entitle them to any respect.
Respect!
Now let me explain you one thing, okay? Cause Islam's bad, okay? And you see, explaining Islam isn't gonna make it any better, okay? Cause Islam's bad. Well, I think I have offended enough people today. Now there was quite a bit of the article that I didn't cover, but if you want to go read it for yourself, a link will be in the description down below. Now for a few closing statements, I do believe that everyone is entitled to practice religion however they please, so long as they're not hurting anyone else. But just like everything else, religion is not above criticism. Now I don't think I have to explain to anyone why Islam gets such a bad rap. I find it very similar to feminism in a lot of ways because there are some people who are just fine in the movement or the religion, and there are other people who are batshit fucking crazy that do horrible things. And there are so many fundamental things that are wrong with it, it's hard to consider that it might be able to reform to a sensible state. Anyway, I do hope that you did enjoy the video. Remember everyone, until next time, keep up the fight against stupidity wherever you may find it. Have a good one.